So, barbershop masculine fragrances. I managed to find 10 in my collection that absolutely nail, and I mean nail, that demographic. You want to know what I pulled out? Meet me on the other side of this intro, and I'm going to get right into it. I will see you guys in just a second. What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Trey Sense. We got a little bit of a video, a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on the channel. But before we get into this video, I got something that I need from you. I need you to like, share, and if you haven't already, sub. And after you sub, hit the icon bell, ding. So every time I do a video, you'll be one of the first to know. And I promise you, all of that is completely and totally free. The only thing it will cost you is a smidget of your time. Now that we got that out of the way, what are we going to talk about today, this evening, tonight, the morning, whenever you're watching this video? We're going to talk about barbershop or classic scents. Okay, these are powerful, in my opinion, somewhat polarizing. Some of them are even icons in the fragrance line. So with no further ado, let's get right into it. I'll get to one that is not so much of an icon in the fragrance line, but it is polarizing, say that 3 times fast, and it's from the house of 3-in-1. And this is simply called what I need to go get the next time I see my barber is a fresh fade. Now this fragrance right here, and one thing I like about 3-in-1 products, you know, that white dot, that keeps me from spraying myself in my face. This, oh man, this is a room filler, a very, very powerful fragrance. It does dry down rather quickly, but it does have some punch and some staying power. And this just reminds me of a classic barbershop type of scent. Fresh Fade is an excellent name for this fragrance. If I had to compare it to something right off the top of my head, it would be Lalique Parfum, the Lion's Head. Now, you know 3-in-1 is an inspiration house. They do clone other fragrances, but I do believe that this is one of their very own creations. To my knowledge, it's not a clone of anything, but it's definitely Frugieri, barbershop, masculine, and powerful. And it is from the house of 3-in-1, and it is Fresh Fade. They do not have a website, but you can definitely find them on Facebook at 3-in-1. And guys, they make some really good stuff. And this is an extrait, so you know it's definitely potent and powerful. That'll have the whole room filled up. Pretty good there. Got a little bump on my face right there. I need to get that taken care of. All right, what do I pick up next, man? So many options. Let's go with this one. From the house of Perilous. It is Perilous 360 White. And this one, again, masculine, smooth, barbershop, fougere. The best way to describe this one, yes, it is a JPG clone. By the time I got on the JPG bandwagon, they had reformulated it. And the newer formulation to me just didn't smell as good as this. So I was just like, well, I'm not gonna spend that money. I'll be happy with my Perilous 360 White. You see where the levels are on that. And I have not worn this fragrance and not received an unsolicited compliment. The best way to wear this fragrance to me is in a very casual setting, very casual situation, and if you've got some Johnson & Johnson's baby powder or whatever brand you like, sprinkle just a little bit on your chest. And I don't mean a lot, I mean honestly just a little bit, just a smidget on your chest, you know, maybe even on your belly, and then hit yourself a couple of times with this, and the combination of the two is amazing. Because this is fresh and powdery, and then that baby powder, man, I used to be a big fan of baby powder, but as I got older, I stopped wearing it because I had some issues with it. That fiberglass in it just got in some cracks and some crevices, and it just wasn't good. I can't believe we put this stuff on our babies. But nonetheless, you know, I digress from that. But just a little bit on your taco meat there. You grown now. You put a little bit on your taco meat. Put a little cheddar cheese on your taco. It'll be okay. But I promise you, the combination of those two will be amazing. And this is just a very beautiful, polarizing scent. And as I just said, I promise you guys, this is not a video about compliments, but this one will get you tons of compliments. Just by walking up, people will be like, somebody smells good. It just has that effect, I promise you. Listen to me now, believe me later on. Perilous 360 White. All right, I need a shot of my coffee real quick here because all of these fragrances are thick and strong. And room fillers. This is one of the best little investments I've made with my cologne, I'm telling you. To my frag brothers and my fragrance reviewers, or just people who like to sit around and smell your fragrances, get you one of these. You won't be sorry. And all it is a salt and pepper shaker with some coffee beans in it. You'll have a harder time finding the coffee beans than you will the salt and pepper shaker. This next one is from the house of Mercedes-Benz. And it's a little bit of a stretch to call this one a barbershop scent, but that's what I pick up on. It's not the most masculine or powerful or most powdery in this line, but it is Mercedes-Benz Man, as I took the top off of it. Great little atomizer, but this just comes across as very clean, masculine, definitely spicy, which makes it more unique than the rest of the fragrances in this lineup. Not the best performer in the world, but it was very inexpensive. I think this 50 mil was between $15 and $20. They have one that looks just like this. It's in the gray. Next time I go to Burlington, if it is there, I'm picking it up. When I was doing my little research at the mall, trying to see what fragrances I wanted to purchase next, I actually smelled it. I think it smells really good, but I'll have to save that for another time because I don't have that one yet, but I will be adding that one. But this one is more of a spicy barbershop type of scent. And again, it is probably, out of all the fragrances on this list, it's the one that you have to reach for the most to make it a barbershop, if you know what I'm saying. It doesn't necessarily fall directly in the lines like the rest of these do, but nonetheless, it does kind of lean Fougere barbershop to me. Just add some spice to it, and that's what you got with this one. Nice little fragrance here. If the performance on this was better, it may have been a bigger hit. But Mercedes-Benz makes wonderful cars, and so far every fragrance that I've had from Mercedes I actually like. So with that being Mercedes-Benz Club, Mercedes-Benz Club Black, I think that other one is called Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, and then this is Mercedes-Benz Man. So yeah, am I right with that? Yeah, Mercedes, nope. This is Mercedes-Benz Man Blue. Mercedes-Benz Man Blue is what this one is. See, my glasses worked that time. Let me make sure. Yes, this is Mercedes-Benz Man Blue. The other one which I can't reach it from here, and you can't see it from here. Yeah, the clear bottle that looks like Mercedes-Benz Cologne. That one is Mercedes-Benz Man. Again, I reiterate, this one is Mercedes-Benz Man Blue. Okay, so blue, but still spicy barbershop, but a little bit of a reach, but still spicy barbershop. Let me put it over here. This next one is a pretty good, I don't want to say it's a clone, but I kind of feel like they copied Fierce with this one by Abercrombie and Fitch. This one is Ed Hardy, and it is Skulls and Roses. I have no idea what homeboy did with his rose, but he don't look like he's having the best day. But, you know, still, very interesting bottle. So I get this old ridiculous top off of it, and now he's having a worse day. But the scent in here is nice. Clean, Fougere, slightly barbershoppy, not so much powdery, but the scent profile in this is that Abercrombie and Fitch fierce type of fragrance, that type of barbershop, that type of masculinity, that type of freshness, and women love that scent profile. People love the scent profile in general, and this, believe it or not, is a compliment getter. It's funny because when I was married, Kales had the female version of it. I think it was Skulls and Roses for her, and that is a white skull. And honestly, I think whether you think this is tacky or not, and I'm kind of leaning towards it being tacky, still, I do think it's interesting and looks good in the collection. So, but nonetheless, we're here to talk about the juice. Good performing little fragrance. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. To me, it's very masculine, but I like to dress this one down. Maybe because it's very inexpensive. You can pick this up for around the $20 mark. Seems like it's readily available at your Burke's, Burlington. Seemed like I even saw it at Ross, places like that. But you know, I'm kind of silly. So I think the next time I go get my hair cut, I'm gonna scoop up some of the hair off the floor at the barbershop and get some glue and see if we can put some hair on this old bald head right here, you know, and dress him up a little bit. Maybe get him some glasses or something. We can do something to make him look a little bit, you know, a little bit better than what he's doing. But maybe even find that old rose and put back in. No, don't. Just leave it alone. Okay. But the scent profile on this is really nice, to be honest with you. Crisp, clean, masculine type of fragrance. I like it. I like it a lot. Ed Hardy, Skulls and Roses. Again, if you have Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce, you won't want to mess with this one. You want to leave that alone, but still, pretty good little fragrance. Staying in the almost the same vein, in the same wheelhouse, it is Montblanc Legend. And I have Legend Spirit. I had Legend Night, but me and JP got to talking one day, and he decided he wanted to trade me something. And that's why I like the atomizer to have a different color, because you saw where that went. Those fragrances are similar. The Skulls and Roses is a little bit more masculine, a little bit heavier, but this one is a little bit lighter, a little bit fresher. But man, you talking about a great smelling little fragrance right here. Performance on it, again, it's not the best, but this is one that you can pick up for anywhere from $25 to $30. And it does smell good. This fragrance reminds me of a bar. It's definitely Fugieri, definitely barbershop, but it's something about it to me that's just lighter, fresher, says a little bit more of springtime, early fall. Nonetheless, I like this fragrance. I really, really do. I like it. I like it a lot. I liked Legend Night as well. I thought it was pretty good also. But again, I can't remember what JP wanted to trade, but you know, we made the deal. I do remember I caught Legend Night, oh man, 1 year after Christmas at Burlington. I watched it mark it down, mark it down, mark it down, because the gift sets were like $65 for 100 mil, which wasn't, I guess, too bad, but I just watched it mark it down, and it finally got down to $30 or so, $35, and I picked it up. So, but nonetheless, I will be adding that one back to my collection, and I'm aware that they have an EDP of this one now that's supposed to be even better, but I haven't smelled the EDP, and I'm not sure if it's still barbershoppy, but this one is definitely fresh, masculine, Fugieri, barbershop. With the spring coming up, this is one that I will probably be reaching for a lot, to wear to work, getting on my skin, and just getting it in the air and enjoying it. Compliment getter also. Believe it or not, this scent profile is a winner. Montblanc Legend. This next one is probably the more popular out of all these fragrances on this list, and it is from the house of Prada, and it is Luna Rosa Sport. And I'm gonna put this one on skin because, well, if I can find a spot. I'm telling you guys, when you do these videos, you smell fragrances and test fragrances all day, which is the fun part about doing it for me, is collecting the data and the information, because you gotta spray them, and boy, does that smell good. Not really sure why they call this one a sport, or why they put the word sport in the name of this fragrance. Maybe they couldn't think of anything else. I'm sure the perfumer who's behind it, who I don't know, has his reasons. Prada has their reasons. But what I get from this, again, is a smooth, masculine, Fugieri, barbershoppy, gentlemanly type of fragrance. And I really, really like it. It's everything that you would expect from a Prada fragrance. It's very well made, it's classy, it's sophisticated. It's one that you could dress up, dress down. I think this leans, to my nose, to my taste, to my opinion, more spring summer into the early fall. Not necessarily one I would reach for on the colder days, but you could, especially again if you live in that southeast where it gets cold Monday, Tuesday. By Wednesday it starts to warm up. Thursday, Friday, by the time you get to Saturday, it's 70 degrees. If you have that kind of weather like we have in the southeast, then this is one that you could definitely reach for middle of February and rock it. But to me, it just has this vibe, definition. To me, the absolute definition of a nice polo shirt with a pair of khakis and a nice pair of white tennis shoes. You know, white sneakers. Somebody said, I hadn't heard tennis shoes in a while. Well, that's what we called them growing up, was tennis shoes. You know, at least in Alabama. Sneakers, shoes, whatever you want to call, running shoes, walking shoes, just a nice clean pair of kicks. How about that? This fragrance to me embodies that. That's just what it comes across to me. Just a nice clean cut guy. Not too much. You know, not too little, not flashy, not fancy, but just bam, right down the middle. That's what I get from this one. Easy to wear, any age group, a little bit of spice in there too. I like it. Prada Luna Rosa Sport. That's a good one. And I picked this up at Burlington as well. I found this at Burlington for, I want to say around $50. $49.99 was the price I paid for that one. Man, oh man, oh man. How many more I got? I got 3 more. So we had 10. So I got 3 more. This next one, and every time I mention this fragrance and the price that I got it at, it causes a stir, especially if my people from overseas see this. They always say, we can't find it that cheap over there. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Carolina Herrera 212 Sexy Man. And this one also has that, again, great atomizer. Oh man, that smells good. That smells good. This is one I've got to get on my skin more. I paid, I want to say $20 to $24 for this one. Again, it was one that I watched Ross mark down and down and down. Yes, I picked this up at Ross. Back when Ross used to have fragrances like this on an abundance. I watched it mark it down and down and down. It started at about $45 and then it went down and down and down. So I finally caught it and was like, yep, it's coming home with me. Smooth. Want to say just a hint of citrus there. Definitely powdery, definitely fougere, barbershoppy. And it just has that vibe. And another one that just garners you unsolicited compliments. I'm telling you guys, listen to me now, believe me later on. These fragrances, when they get in the air and people catch wafts off of your skin, they will compliment you. And when I say compliments, I would, if I'm being 1000% honest with you, which I always keep it above a buck, that's just how I roll. I would say 60% of the compliments that I receive from fragrances are from other men, and they want to know what I'm wearing. Hey man, what's that you got on? That smells good. And I tell them, I have no problem telling you, man, it's such and such and such and such. You know, it's just the way that it is. I do receive more compliments now than I have in a long time because I'm back at work. So, you know, and somebody's always wanting to know, hey, what is it you got on? That smells really, really good. You know, so I'm always eager to tell, eager to share, eager to help. That's part of being a reviewer on Fragcom, is you get to wear these fragrances and tell people about it. But this masculine, smooth, sweet, powdery, fougere, seductive type of scent is nice. I really, really like it. And again, this is one I think we're coming out of the winter, on the tail end of the winter, fixing to go into spring, into the summer. This is one that I think you can definitely wear in the middle of the summer. And again, at the first end of the spring, summer, fall, and into the warmer part of the winter. I can't say I would reach for this on the coldest winter days, simply because I have darker, thicker, deeper, richer fragrances that I would want to wear. But again, anytime the temperature was 60 degrees and above, I definitely feel like this is one that you can reach for. And I think it's one that goes well in multiple occasions. I think you can dress it up with a suit and a tie. You can dress it down with a V-neck and some jeans. 212 Sexy Man by Carolina Herrera. And if you don't like the scent, it's got a magnetic cap. I mean, man, you can't ask for more than a magnetic cap, right? All right, This next one is from a house that my boy, Mr. Mr. Dope, is the representative for some kind of way. I got to be the representative for Adidas. You know, when my boys think Adidas and Nautica, they think of me for some reason. I'm just like, okay, I got 500-600 fragrances in that, but okay, we roll with it. But this house is a house that I think Sam reps the hardest of anybody in Fragcom, and the house is Cartier, and this is Parfum de Cartier. And this one to me is just a timeless, gentlemanly, classic type of scent. I don't think it's a person or a woman in the world that would tell you you don't smell good if you have this on. They may not be gushing and raving over you, but they're certainly going to remember this scent and they're going to think you smell good. They may not tell you. You know, you may not get crazy like, oh my God, you smell amazing. You know, like us frag heads won't. But what you're going to smell like is that you have some class, that you have some dignity, that you know what you're doing when it's time to select your fragrance. You're going to smell fresh and barbershoppy. Yeah. How could you, I mean, where can you go wrong there? And this is one I was definitely glad to get in my collection. And I'll tell you, I picked this up off Macari. And it was just above $30. But that's with tax, shipping, and everything. I want to say it was like 32 or 33. And I've had it a few years and you see the levels on it. So, but nonetheless, this is one I like to go to. For some reason, I wear this one when it's a little bit cooler. Now, it is one that you can definitely wear, again, coming out of the winter, tail in the winter, into spring, into summer, fall, and first part of winter, you know. I think, let me get this, man. I'm just gonna go for it. Because it just acts different off of skin. I need to get me some more test strips. I noticed when I was in Texas, and we went to some of the little shops down on Harry Hines, for all my Dallas people, all my Texas people, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like Dallas Perfumery. When we went there, they used cotton balls. And I get that. Hold on, let me give it a sniff. I was just giving it a chance to dry down a little bit. See, when you spray it on skin, it's just totally different. When you spray it on skin, it's less fougere and less barbershoppy. You get more of a leathery vibe, more of a masculine vibe. Man, nonetheless, does this smell good? Does this smell good? But what I was saying is I think I need to run to the DG tomorrow and pick up just a pack of cotton balls. But the thing about that is the cotton balls are so small, I'm gonna spray it on my hand. So, and then I feel like I'll be picking up the scent from every fragrance that I've sprayed on my, you see what I'm saying? It'll be right here because the cotton ball is only so big, so. But nonetheless, okay, so about this one, and this is why I wanted to get it on skin. It's less it's the least barbershoppy out of all the fragrances here, but it is equally as masculine, if not more masculine than any of them. Oh man, and it's something in that that's trying to stick his head up through the bottom of it. I want to say it's kind of got a minty. Whatever it is, it just makes it smell classy, clean, fresh, and refined. Yeah, I like this. I like this. I like this a lot. This is one I've got to wear a little bit more, or I should have been spraying on a little bit more this winter. I like it. I like it. It's masculine, but it's fresh at the same time. And it smells manly and classy, but it does not smell dated. Parfum de Cartier. Less fougere than I initially anticipated. So I will have to admit that. Whew, but that smells good. If you don't have this in your collection, pick this up. This is one that I think actually is better in the EDT form than the EDP. I smell Parfum the EDP. I like the EDT better. Parfum de Cartier, the EDT. All right, we got two more. From the House of Dapper Fragrances, which is a house I talk about a lot on this channel. I've been rocking with Travis and Dapper for quite a long time, from the house of Dapper, it is their version of JPG's Le Mans, or Le Mille. Now, and when I say their version, I want y'all to understand this is, oh, great atomizer. Great smelling fragrance. This smells like the old version, which is one of the reasons why when Travis was asking me what I wanted and this was up for grabs, I was like, yeah, send me that. Because it does smell like the older version of Le Mans, which is stronger, more masculine. You get that barbershop, but you get that powder right off the top. And boy, does this sucker smell good. And you see the levels on that, the bottle is right there. But this is one that I like. I like this a lot. To me, this is a classy man's dressy type of scent. Nothing casual about this fragrance. If I were going on a job interview and I really wanted to impress them, where I had on my nice jeans and my slacks and a button down and a nice sweater with my slacks and some shoes, I would reach for this. I honestly would. It just smells classy. And I'll tell you something else that I like about is every time I move my hand, that Cartier is cutting up. I may need to layer that Cartier with this and see what I come up with. That Cartier is just working. It's working, man, I'm telling you. But anyway, back to this. I may need to layer those too. What was I saying? I totally got sidetracked. Okay, let me regroup, bring it back in. Masculine, barbershop, spicy, clean, nice. Oh, I know what I was gonna tell you. One of the things I like about all of the cologne houses, whether it's Sensual, 3-in-1, Dapper, the longer these fragrances sit, and not that they don't come to you ready to spray and potent, but the longer these fragrances sit in a dark dwelling and just marinate, when you pull these things out, like if you've got one that you've had for a year and you pull it out, it's so strong and potent because those ingredients that they use are high quality and they just sit and they just get stronger. Stronger, stronger, stronger. Dapper's version of Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mans. Nice barbershop masculine fragrance. You know the scent profile. To me, JPG was a very influential fragrance when it came out. Le Mans was, because I think, look at all the clones that came after it. I think was influential. This next fragrance is known as the Purple Juice, but as I look at that blue juice, cataract free, I see that it's more blue than it is purple. But nonetheless, from the house of Alfred Sung, it is Sung Home, and this is going to fill the room. Man. The only thing I can say about this fragrance right here, timeless, classic, clean, manly is what comes to my mind when I smell this fragrance. When I was married, and this was part of the reason why I bought this fragrance, we had a convertible. So when the spring and the summer and the fall, the top was down. If we were going anywhere over a mile distance, the top was down. You know, sun's out, fun's out, guns out, all of that. So I needed a fragrance that would stand up to the wind and the grime and everything that comes with riding with the top down. It's hot, it's gritty. Top, what did that song say? I'm down, summer in the city, back of my neck, feeling dirty and gritty, whatever. Showing my age now. Yeah, I listen to all kinds of music. This stood up. This stood up in that heat, is what I was trying to say, and I loved it. It smells like a mix between a barbershop fragrance and a great Irish Spring soap. That's what you get to me with this one, and it just smells super duper clean, but at the same time, barbershop, frugieri, and masculine. And it, believe it or not, it doesn't smell dated. And 2 to 3 sprays of this is all you need, and it's going to last on you all day long. And here's the best part. I paid $9.99 for this fragrance at TJ Maxx. So there you have it, guys. That has been 10 fragrances from my collection that are super barbershoppy, powdery, fresh, masculine, to help us out with that machismo. You know what I mean? You want to get that masculine vibe flowing, wear one of these. Okay? as this room is smelling really, really good now. But anyway, oh man, I'm gonna get off of here because it is late. I don't know what time y'all gonna see this, but it's probably like 2 a.m. Your boy's always up grinding, trying to bring y'all some videos. I gotta make them when I can, you know. But anyway, man, I hope you all are having a great, great, great weekend, enjoying yourself. And yeah, hope you get to spend some time with your loved ones on Valentine's Day. Love them if you got them, love them while you got them. Life is short, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm gonna jump off of here, edit this video, thumbnail that you already know. Thank you all for returning to the scene of the crime. Please be active in the comment section, and by all means, if it's not asking too much, like these videos, please. All right, now, time for me to go. It's time for me to go. I gotta get off and edit and thumbnail. So you already know. God bless you all, and I love you all. Until next time, peace.